Jealousy. It's like an invisible storm cloud that looms over the best of times. What's ironic is how we can feel completely at ease around people who secretly wish us harm. They smile, they laugh, but underneath it all, they're rooting for our downfall. And here's the kicker. Those who are jealous rarely admit it. Instead, their negativity seeps out like a slow leak, subtly hinting at their true feelings. But don't worry, today we're cutting through the fog. In this video, I'll unveil 10 unmistakable signs someone is jealous of you, and more importantly, how to deal with it like a Stoic master. Stick around until the end. You won't want to miss the eye-opening insights that could change how you approach your relationships. Let's face it, being surrounded by jealous people is like walking through a minefield. You're out here chasing dreams, achieving goals, living your best life. Meanwhile, someone else, unable to celebrate your wins, might be secretly plotting ways to bring you down. Jealousy often stems from unhealthy comparisons. People see your highlight reel and assume your life is all roses and sunshine. But it gets worse. The closer they are to you, the more access they have to your personal victories. And if they can't handle your success, their jealousy festers. Here's the thing, we've all felt envy at some point. The real test is how we handle it. Do we let it grow into bitterness, or do we recognize it and let it go? The same goes for spotting jealousy in others. It's not just a harmless feeling. It can snowball into resentment and, eventually, sabotage. So, buckle up. We're about to dive into the 10 telltale signs someone is jealous of you and what you can do about it. Don't skip a second. These insights might just save you from the storm. Let's get started. Number 1. They are copying what you do. Have you ever noticed someone in your life start mimicking everything you do? At first, it might seem like admiration. They praise your ideas, pay attention to how you work, and even appear eager to learn from you. But over time, it starts feeling less like flattery and more like subtle competition. And the worst part? They never admit they're copying you. Let me tell you about James, a talented interior designer. James had a colleague named Brian who frequently asked for his input on projects. James, being generous, happily shared his ideas, from design concepts to decoration plans. But one day, James noticed Brian wasn't just listening, he was replicating. Brian began presenting James's ideas as his own, sometimes even bringing them to clients first. At a design event, Brian showed up with a setup eerily similar to James's work. When praised for it, Brian simply smiled, never acknowledging where the inspiration came from. This kind of imitation often stems from insecurity. Rather than discovering their own value, people like Brian focus on copying others, hoping it will grant them the sense of worth they lack. What they fail to realize, though, is that copying only makes them appear less original. What people admire about James isn't just his ideas, it's the authenticity and creativity he pours into his work. So, what should you do when faced with envious people trying to copy you? First, focus on your work. Don't let their actions discourage or distract you. Keep creating and developing your ideas with confidence. Authenticity will always outshine imitation. Second, set boundaries. Not every plan or idea needs to be shared with those who don't respect your originality. Protect your creativity by being selective with what you disclose. Third, keep evolving. True creativity is nearly impossible to copy. If you're constantly innovating, they'll never catch up. Document your work too, so you can safeguard your originality and prove your ownership if needed. Finally, be generous. Wish them the clarity to see their own worth and find their own path. Don't let their imitation strip away your compassion. Remember, no matter how much they try, they can never truly become you. And that is your greatest strength. Keep doing what you do best. It's your uniqueness and authenticity that people love, and no one can replicate that. Number 2, they try to bring you down. Jealousy is a complex and unsettling emotion. It often manifests in subtle ways, but its goal remains the same: to pull you down, damage your confidence, and diminish your value. Imagine you've just completed a major project at work, pouring your heart and soul into it. When you share your accomplishment with a colleague, instead of receiving praise or support, they respond with a comment like, "It's okay, but maybe it could have been better if you tried a different approach." A small remark, but enough to make you doubt yourself. Jealous people often undermine systematically. It's not just criticism, they find ways to hurt you from angles you wouldn't expect. Picture this. You're preparing for an important presentation, and someone you trust gives you false information about the time or location of the event. The result? You arrive late, feeling flustered and losing your usual confidence. They may also isolate you as a tactic. For example, a group of close friends plans a get-together but intentionally leaves you out. You only find out about it through social media. This action not only hurts your feelings, but makes you question your importance to them. On top of that, they might spread false rumors to tarnish your reputation. Perhaps they suggest your success wasn't earned fairly, or dig up past mistakes to cast doubt on your integrity. So, how do you deal with situations like this? First, reassess your inner circle. Betrayal often comes from those closest to you, the ones who know you best. Maintain a healthy distance and avoid sharing all your plans or sensitive information with them. Second, protect yourself by setting clear boundaries. You don't need to accept every negative action without a measured response. Most importantly, stay calm and seek emotional support from people you truly trust. Forgiveness is a powerful choice, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. At the same time, turn to sources of inspiration or prayer to help you move past the anger and hurt. Remember, no matter how much they try to bring you down, your value doesn't come from their judgments or actions. It comes from knowing who you are and the good you bring to the world. Number 3, they are happy when you fail and pretend to be happy when you succeed. Not everyone truly rejoices in your success. Some people wear a mask of fake happiness, hiding their envy behind forced smiles. Imagine you just got promoted at work and excitedly share the news with a friend. They smile and congratulate you, but their eyes avoid yours, and they quickly change the subject. While their words convey celebration, their body language reveals discomfort, even bitterness. Jealous individuals don't just feel uneasy about your success. They find satisfaction in your failures. If you encounter a setback, they might be the first to spread the word. They could say something like, "Finally, they didn't get everything right," as if to prove you're not perfect. Instead of offering a helping hand, they feel uplifted by your struggles, as though your misstep somehow validates their own insecurities. How can you tell if someone isn't genuinely happy for you? Their body language often gives them away. When you share good news, they might struggle to maintain eye contact, cross their arms defensively, or even roll their eyes. Their smile may lack sincerity, and they might try to downplay your achievement or quickly shift the conversation to something else, signaling that your success makes them uncomfortable. But not all signs are so obvious. This is where spiritual discernment becomes valuable. If you're deeply connected to your inner self, you may sense their unease through subtle cues, even if they try to hide it. This doesn't mean you should doubt everyone around you, but being aware of who's genuinely supportive is essential for protecting your emotional and mental well-being. So how do you handle people like this? First, set boundaries. Not everyone needs access to every detail of your victories or challenges. Be selective about who you share with, and limit how much influence insincere people have over your life. Second, don't let their jealousy impact your spirit. Stay focused on your journey, and remember that your success isn't a reason for anyone to feel uncomfortable. Lastly, practice letting go. Not everyone will understand or support you, and that's okay. What matters is that you know you're on the right path and refuse to let negativity hold you back. The truth is, not everyone will cheer you on, but that doesn't diminish the value of your success or the significance of your journey. Keep moving forward. Celebrate your wins with those who truly love and support you, and leave the insincere ones to wrestle with their envy. Life is too short to waste energy on what doesn't matter. Number 4, they always discourage you when you develop a great idea. Not everyone around you will be excited when you share a fresh and promising idea. Some people, instead of supporting you, might find subtle ways to extinguish the spark of your creativity. They may disguise their jealousy as reasonable advice, but their true intent is to make you doubt yourself and hesitate. Imagine you have a unique idea to open a cozy coffee shop in your small town. When you share this, a friend might say, "That sounds okay, but do you think this town has enough customers?" They might add, "Starting a coffee shop is expensive. What if it doesn't work out?" These comments aren't meant to encourage solutions, but to plant seeds of doubt. They may also question your abilities. You might hear, "Do you really think you have enough experience to manage a business like that?" Or they might raise false concerns, saying, "I'm just worried you'll blow all your savings on this." If they genuinely cared, they wouldn't just point out challenges. They'd help you find investors, suggest ideas, or offer emotional support to help you overcome obstacles. So, what should you do when faced with discouragement like this? First, filter out the negativity. Not all advice comes from a place of goodwill. If you sense negativity, set it aside. Focus on your vision and remind yourself that your creativity is unique and valuable. Second, trust yourself. Don't let others' words hold you back. If you've done your research and believe in your idea, move forward. Not everyone sees the potential that you do, and that's okay. You're pursuing your goals, not theirs. Third, learn to set boundaries with those who consistently sow doubt. You don't have to share every idea or plan with everyone. Reserve your thoughts for people who genuinely believe in and support you. Remember, not everyone wants to see you succeed. Finally, use criticism as fuel to prove them wrong. Let your creativity and determination lead the way. You're not just pursuing something you love, you're proving that you can take control of your own life. Remember, a great idea always has the potential to transform your life, even if others can't see it. Stay confident, hold on to your faith, and don't let anyone dim your light. You were made to grow, not to be held back. Keep moving forward and show the world your true worth. Number 5. They make you feel like you are doing too much. Have you ever had someone say to you, "Slow down a bit, you don't need to do so much"? It might sound like genuine advice, but often it comes from jealousy. People who can't match your energy or pace often find ways to hold you back, making you feel like you need to slow down so they don't feel left behind. They might tell you that your goals are too ambitious or that your dreams aren't realistic. But let's be clear, these words are not meant to help you. They're meant to plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Once I had a colleague named Mike. Mike was a hard worker, always going above and beyond to deliver exceptional results. But another co-worker, instead of learning from Mike's work ethic, said to him, "Mike, why are you doing so much? Relax. You don't need to work that hard." At first, Mike felt confused, even questioning if he was overdoing it. But soon, he realized those comments weren't about concern. They were about the other person's insecurities and inability to keep up. Remember, no one has the right to decide your pace or path except you. Jealousy often surfaces when you achieve things others are too afraid to attempt or simply can't do. They may not outright tell you to stop. They'll subtly advise you to slow down and scale back your efforts. Don't fall for comments like "you're doing too much." If you have big dreams, pursue them relentlessly because your hard work isn't for their approval, it's for your fulfillment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we don't need external validation to live our lives. Stay focused on your core values. If you know you're on the right path, keep moving forward. Don't let the jealousy of others slow you down. Instead, use their words as fuel to propel you further. So, the next time someone tries to make you feel like you're doing too much, pause and ask yourself, what are my goals? What gives my life meaning? Don't let their negativity cloud the path you're carving out for yourself. Keep moving forward with strength and confidence because your success is the best response to their jealousy. Number 6, they give you bad advice in disguise and mean well to you. Not everyone who offers advice genuinely wants to see you succeed. Envious individuals often disguise harmful suggestions as helpful guidance, steering you away from your goals or creating obstacles in your path. These people craft their advice to seem well-meaning, but their real intent is to derail your progress and keep you from reaching your full potential. Take the story of Sarah, an ambitious entrepreneur with a groundbreaking startup idea. When Sarah shared her business plan with a colleague, this person suggested she pivot her strategy, claiming, "This is how successful companies approach customers." But instead of helping, the advice led Sarah down an unproductive path, wasting valuable time and resources. Why? The colleague wasn't genuinely interested in Sarah's success. They were intimidated by her progress and hoped she'd stumble. People like this often justify their suggestions with lines like, "This is what everyone does," or "It's the quickest way to achieve your goals." But beware, such advice is usually a trap, designed to compromise your principles or push you into decisions that could harm your reputation or future. So, how can you handle such situations? First, stand firm in your values and beliefs. No success is worth compromising your integrity or self-respect. Before acting on advice, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my principles? Always seek counsel from trusted individuals with experience and maturity. Mentors or close friends can provide valuable perspective and help you evaluate advice objectively. Second, learn to filter information. Not all advice is worth taking, and you have every right to dismiss anything that doesn't serve your purpose. As 1 Corinthians 15:33 reminds us, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Distancing yourself from envious or negative influences can safeguard your progress and well-being. Finally, lean into prayer for discernment. Ask for wisdom to distinguish between helpful and harmful advice. Trust God's guidance, especially when the path forward seems unclear. With faith, you can navigate challenging decisions and find the support and resources needed to succeed. Remember, only you and God hold the ultimate authority over your journey. Stay vigilant, trust your instincts, and remain true to your principles. Lasting success isn't built on shortcuts, but on perseverance and a steadfast commitment to your values. Number 7. They always mention people who are better than you to make you feel unworthy. Have you ever shared the joy of an achievement with a friend or colleague, only to be met with a dismissive comment like, "That's not bad, but have you seen how much better he's doing than you?" This is a classic sign of jealousy. Instead of celebrating your success, they try to diminish your value by comparing you to others, leaving you doubting your own abilities. Over time, if you're not careful, these remarks can chip away at your confidence and make you feel like your accomplishments are not worth celebrating. Take the story of Linda, a successful entrepreneur who was recently featured in a local newspaper. When she shared this proud moment with a friend, he simply laughed and said, "Not bad, but have you seen Alex's company? He's pulling in double your revenue." Linda felt like her moment of joy was instantly overshadowed. Comments like these don't just dampen her spirit, they make her feel like her efforts will never measure up. If you notice someone in your life doing this, take it as a red flag. They're not genuinely happy for your success, and being in such a toxic environment makes it difficult for you to reach your full potential. So, what should you do in this situation? First, don't let their words define how you feel. Your greatness doesn't need validation from anyone else. Be proud of what you've achieved, no matter how big or small. Next, reconsider how much trust you place in this person. It might be time to stop sharing the sensitive and meaningful aspects of your life with them. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your success journey. Remember, keeping your distance doesn't mean harboring resentment. You don't need to argue or create conflict. Simply limit their access to the important parts of your life. Finally, focus on building a healthy support circle where people genuinely celebrate you. Surround yourself with those who inspire and encourage you to be your best self. A positive environment will strengthen your confidence and help you soar to new heights. People who constantly try to undermine your achievements by comparing you to others are not worth your time or energy. Your success is uniquely yours and doesn't need to be measured against anyone else's standards. Live true to your values, nurture trustworthy relationships, and continue to shine in your own way. Number 8. They always think you are trying to insult them when you advise them. Some people constantly misunderstand your good intentions, especially when you offer genuine advice. Instead of recognizing your support, they take it as a personal insult. My friend Sarah once told me about her attempt to help a coworker, Mark, by suggesting a clearer way to present his report. She thought she was being supportive. Mark's reaction shocked her. He snapped, "Do you think you're better than me?" Sarah was stunned. Her only goal was to help, but her advice was perceived as an attack. Reactions like Mark's are all too common. For jealous individuals, any advice can easily be misconstrued as criticism. Their defensiveness and irritability often stem from insecurity or constant comparisons with you. Instead of seeing your attempt as help, they view you as a threat, someone trying to diminish their value. This dynamic makes any relationship tense and fraught with misunderstandings. When faced with situations like this, the first step is to resist reacting immediately. Understand that their outburst is not truly about you, but rather stems from deeper issues they carry within. Stay calm and gently explain that your advice comes from a place of care, not criticism or harm. For example, you might say, "I only want to make our work easier, nothing more." However, this approach may not always work. If you've tried to explain but they continue to respond negatively, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. Constantly dealing with defensiveness and misunderstandings can damage not only the relationship, but also your emotional well-being. Relationships like this often lack the support and empathy you need in your life. Remember, it's not your responsibility to please everyone, especially those who cannot view your help positively. Prioritize your well-being and seek relationships where you feel valued. Your genuine advice and support deserve to be understood and appreciated. Not everyone will be open to accepting help, and that's okay. What matters is that you recognize your worth and don't let misunderstandings discourage you. Focus on relationships where both sides seek growth and are committed to mutual understanding and development. Number 9, they attribute your success to luck instead of hard work. Have you ever felt the sting of someone dismissing all your efforts by chalking up your success to sheer luck? It's a telltale sign of jealousy when someone diminishes your achievements, implying they're merely a result of good fortune. I remember my friend James, who spent months preparing for the bar exam. He stayed up late, studied tirelessly, and prayed for a positive outcome. When he passed, instead of receiving genuine congratulations, an acquaintance remarked, "Oh, you probably just got lucky with the test questions." A seemingly harmless comment, yet it dismissed all the hard work James had invested. Jealous individuals often have a way of undermining your efforts, choosing to focus on superficial factors rather than the dedication behind your accomplishments. They fail to recognize the sleepless nights, relentless focus and persistence that brought you to where you are. This attitude doesn't just sting, it can plant seeds of self-doubt, making you question the true value of your success. This behavior can even extend to discrediting your faith or personal beliefs. My friend Emily once shared how she experienced a miraculous healing after years of battling a chronic illness and fervently praying. Instead of celebrating her recovery, someone remarked, "It's probably just the medication working." While the comment may have sounded reasonable, it stripped away the deeper meaning and faith-driven gratitude that Emily held dear. Such situations are not only hurtful, but can also lead you to question your own achievements and beliefs. That's why responding to these remarks requires strength and self-assurance. First, celebrate your success unapologetically. Don't let anyone dim the light of your hard-earned accomplishments. When someone attributes your achievements to luck, reaffirm the truth. You might say, "I worked really hard for this and I'm proud of my efforts." If someone downplays your spiritual experiences, stand firm in your faith. You can respond, "I truly believe this was a miracle from God, and I'm deeply grateful for His grace." This confidence not only preserves your self-worth, but also inspires others to embrace and defend their own beliefs and successes. Finally, own your narrative with pride. Share your story of hard work, faith, or any extraordinary experiences with boldness. By doing so, you reinforce the truth of your journey and remind yourself and others that success comes from genuine effort, unwavering belief, and sometimes a touch of grace. Never forget that your achievements are valid and worth celebrating, no matter what others might say. Number 10, jealous people often avoid celebrating your achievements. Have you ever noticed that when you achieve something significant, instead of receiving genuine congratulations, you're met with silence or lukewarm responses? This is a clear sign of jealousy. Jealous people struggle to acknowledge your efforts and success because it makes them uncomfortable. They don't see the hardships you endured, but rather focus on their own insecurities. I recall my friend Laura, who recently completed her master's degree while working full-time. She spent countless late nights juggling her job and studies, giving everything she had to reach her goal. When she shared her success with an acquaintance, the only response she got was, "Oh, that program must not be that hard." A seemingly harmless comment, but it completely dismissed her hard work. Laura felt disappointed, but soon realized that not everyone could genuinely support someone else's success. Jealous people often try to downplay or avoid acknowledging your achievements because they don't want to feel smaller in comparison. Instead of congratulating you, they might say things like, "Anyone could do that," or "Looks like you got lucky this time." Some may even ignore your accomplishments entirely, leaving you wondering if your efforts were worth it. So what should you do when faced with such behavior? First, don't let their silence make you doubt yourself. Your achievements deserve to be celebrated, even if you're the only one clapping for yourself. Reflect on the challenges you've overcome and take pride in your journey. You don't need anyone else's validation to recognize your worth. Next, emotionally distance yourself from those who can't support you. You don't have to cut ties immediately, but limiting interactions or withholding personal milestones can help shield you from negative energy. Surround yourself with people who genuinely respect and value you. True friends will always be your greatest cheerleaders. Lastly, keep working hard and striving for growth. Your success doesn't depend on others' recognition. Treat their jealous reactions as a reminder that you're on the right track. Live with the belief that you deserve all the good things you've achieved and those yet to come. No matter how much jealous people try to dim your light, remember that your brilliance doesn't come from them. It comes from your own hard work and inner strength. Keep shining, because this life is yours to conquer and enjoy. So now you know the signs to spot when someone is jealous of you. Remember, their jealousy isn't your problem, it's theirs. Your success is your light, and sometimes that light shines too brightly for people who are used to living in the shadows. Don't let their negativity dim your brilliance. Instead, be grateful, because their jealousy is proof that you're doing something worth noticing. Keep living your life with confidence and determination. Set boundaries and focus your energy on relationships that uplift and inspire you. Before you go, let me know in the comments if you've ever encountered someone showing these signs. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button to help spread this message even further. Don't forget to subscribe and join our community of modern Stoics living with purpose and wisdom. Remember, you can't control someone else's jealousy, but you can control how you respond. And that, my friends, is true power. If you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 15% of my audience is subscribed to the channel. So if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell.